watching this back home, what they've seen is they've seen the New Democratic Party as the one party in this House speaking about the issue before us, which is this government's attempt to take out of the hide of senior citizens and people on fixed incomes an unwanted tax. And what we've seen from this government is that they don't have the guts or the willingness to hear from senior citizens, to hear from small business. And so they brought forward a closure motion. We're not even debating the issue of this unwanted tax. We're debating the fact that they are shutting down motion on a bill that the public hasn't seen. And then we look at the Liberals. Well, I'd be looking at the Liberals, but they're all off at their Christmas eggnog parties. And the Liberals are saying, we cannot represent this issue in the House because if we do, they might make us stay for the weekend. And we're off to the beaches of Cuba. The Liberals and the Conservatives both have one thing in common. They think that by deep-sixing debate, they can escape the censor of the people of Ontario and British Columbia. And it speaks, Madam Chair, I think, to a deep malaise that exists in both the Liberal and Conservative Party, that they think that the common people do not need to be heard from. And I'd like to quote the Toronto Sun the other day that actually spoke about this, said that the imposition of the unwanted harmonized sales tax on millions of Canadians is a symbol of the growing malaise in Canadian politics. It's the increasing disconnection of Canada's political elite, both in the nation's capital and the provinces, regardless of whether they are Conservatives or Liberals, a disconnection from the people they are supposed to serve. That's what this issue is about. And I've seen the Conservative backbenchers thinking that they're going to escape the judgment of average citizens on this because they're hiding behind this pathetic fig leaf saying, it's the provinces. It's the provinces. Yeah. This is not the provinces. This comes from the Mike Harris gang. This is the agenda of the finance minister, as the National Post said on early March this year. He said it was a pet project of the finance minister. Well, Madam Speaker, people in Ontario will remember that gang and what the Mike Harris crew did. They were the ones who laughed when people were not able to feed their kids and told them to go and buy dented cans of tuna if they wanted to feed their families. They were the ones that demonized the poor so much that a woman who was 9 months pregnant, who had gotten overpayments on her student loans, was considered such a criminal that she was put in house arrest and she was left to die. And you heard nothing from this government or that gang about what they were doing to the poor and to seniors. That's the Mike Harris gang. So we see that that same gang now is in Ottawa. And they're trying to pretend that it's the provinces that are doing this. And yet, in their own budget, 2006, the finance minister said the government of Canada invites all provinces to engage in discussions on the harmonized